the mute swan, a bird entwined with our monarchy and its history. In medieval Britain, they were prized for their meat, so the Crown claimed ownership of all of them and kept them safe in swanneries. Abbotsbury in Dorset is home to the last medieval swannery, and David Wheeler is now the world's only swan herd. So Dave, I always thought that the ownership of swans, they all belong to the Queen. Is that not right?
Not quite, no. The Crown have rights on most swans in this country, but there are exceptions, and there are just a few cases where swans are privately owned.
Abbotsbury Swannery is one such herd with numbers of around 500 birds. The problem is that every year swans owned by the Crown set up home here too. So David needs to make sure he's not claiming birds that aren't his. Fortunately, every summer swans molt out their flight feathers so are grounded and unable to fly, which allows David a perfect opportunity to undertake what is known as the roundup.
The idea was to have a roundup and ring as many as possible all in one go.
And for research purposes, I suppose that's invaluable, isn't it?
Absolutely. We can track families. We have good histories on most of the swans here, and we're gaining an awful lot of information.
The swans can be spread out along a 7-mile lagoon, and the idea is to drive them all to the Abbotsbury end. So the local canoe club come in very handy indeed.
Nearly there.
Fantastic.
Oh,
wow.
Once there, a swan-proof barrier keeps them in for the night.
I haven't got a wetsuit, so look.
All this effort is just the tip of the iceberg. Tomorrow at dawn is where the real work begins. It's the big day. It's very early in the morning, and as is traditional, all the locals have turned up to help. It's beautiful. All these wonderful people here. And myself, we're going to join hands and we're going to very gently move the swans, which at the moment want to go that way. Hopefully, they're going to go that way. The aim is for the waders and canoers to converge.
Is it cold?
Going in! Funneling the swans towards a capture pen. And finally, they're all in. I'm surprised how calm the swans are. Literally as soon as they got in there.
Yes, no, they'll just sit and wait now. But we do want to get moving quickly. We don't want them sort of being there through the heat of the day. When you're given the swan, you hug.
After a quick instruction, the swan census kicks off. Lovely, thank you. First job is to sort the Abbotsbury swans from the Queen swans. Most have a small metal ring with a unique number, but to make identification even simpler, something more showy is required. Yellow for Her Majesty, white for the swannery.
Right, now that belongs to the Queen. It's got to have a yellow ring on it.
Oh, okay. I've got the Queen swan.
Yeah, you've got the Queen swan.
I better look after him.
Yeah.
It's also a prime opportunity for the vets to give them a once-over. You just giving him a bit of a health check?
Yeah, just making sure his eyes and his nose are clear.
Mm-hmm. And 771 swans later, the last is released safely back onto the lagoon. It's been a long day for everyone, but it's great to know that all this hard work is helping to keep alive Britain's only medieval swannery.